Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K rock and metal channel. Now today we are heading back to a band we have reviewed a few times. We've done their album, we've done a lot of their singles. So we're about to go check out some Caregah.
Yes.
And their new single, Into the Grave. It's a short one. It's 1 minute and 57 seconds long.
This is on their album, isn't it? I think it's track 7, isn't it?
Is it? I can't remember.
I don't recognise the title. Is it a new song? I don't recognise it from the album.
I don't recognise it. You look at it while we set it up anyway.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, Into the Grave, I don't remember it as far as like a title. It does, I mean, although it does make you think of like Into the Grave, you think about Black Sabbath, and I'm sure when we did the album reviews, the fact there was a lot of Sabbath-esque references in their song titles.
Yeah.
That kind of might be a reason. But 1 minute 57 feels quite short. But yeah, let's check it out. We're going to watch it all the way through and we'll check it, give you thoughts at the end. Let's do it.
Don't you try to run! You'll die your weakness. You forgot what I just said. Fall for the weakest. Agonizing pain of existence. Save yourself. Honor and even the fucks with your mind.
Okay, there we go. Caregah and Into the Grave. Let's give it to Andy first on this one.
I'm going to throw it back to Kirk because we were discussing, was this on the album? Me and you, Dave, said no, it wasn't.
I think it is.
But no, I think it is. I still don't recognise the title, but I recognise the song. Kirk, what did you discover?
I can't get into my laptop. I'm actually thinking that it's not. Right, let me just, I'll use this one. Let me just quickly bring it up.
Now, it could be, but it could just be that it sounds just very familiar, down picking.
I'll bring it up now.
I'll have a look, Andy. Anyway, go on. You give your thoughts on it.
Well, you say very familiar. You know, we're debating whether it's from on their what was the album called? Can't remember the album.
Osmium.
That was really.
It is. It's track
Osmium.
number 7.
It is, yeah.
You're spot on in with a track number, Kirk. You're a genius.
No, I'm just reading it.
Yes, and I listen to it quite a lot. Yeah, I mean, simple. Less is more is the sort of what you take away from this song and this band. I mean, there was sort of, I'd say, 3 different riffs, 3 different sort of tempos, but that's all you need. It was, you know, a simple video, catchy song. You want to go back and listen to it again. That's what the appeal about this band is. There's nothing technically in that riff or the songwriting or the construction of the song, but it's so you can get into it so easily. That they did throw a slightly different sort of guitar effects over the last verse, but that was the only sort of variation throughout the song. Short to the point. Yeah, excellent. You know, the video suited it as well. You know, simple video. What's that effect called, Dave? Dark room, uplit, and whatever.
Called Dark Room Uplit, isn't it?
Yeah, there we go. I've got it right. Brilliant. Yeah, nothing more to say, but yeah, love this band. We want them over here in the UK touring. You know, we want to, you know, hopefully there's new material coming, but this was, You know,
Okay.
I can't believe we didn't recognise it from the album, but it was a good song. Yeah, great song.
What about you, Kirk?
That reminded me of Chimera, the video
Yeah.
as well. You know, it had that.
Oh yeah,
That like
Power trip.
vicious power, that upbeat where they're just slamming all the way through it, chugging on the guitars. Bit of Pantera in there as well. Excellent use of the half timing, you know, for when they kind of conserve energy again, don't they, for the next round of blasting. Love it. I just love how masculine it is. I want to be that vocalist. I want to be at that microphone, just singing like that, playing guitar, shoulders raised. Does it get any better than that? I don't know. I've never experienced it because I'm not a musician, but that's what I want to be doing. If I was a frontman, love his vocals. So easy to discern in the mix as well. The drummer absolutely on fire in this song. What's great about this band? First time we heard them, we thought, oh, this is a sludge metal band. Then Dave and I listened to the back catalogue before we interviewed them, and we were like, this is hard rock, or this is groove metal, this is thrash. And they can just turn on the style whenever they want. A bit like Faith No More, who used to do that, where you get an album, you're like, this is just straight up thrash metal. Then the next one will be progressive rock. Then the next one will be jazz. With these, they just go through all the styles of metal, but it always sounds like them as well. So I think that's the efficient secret of Caregah. Even though they pull from numerous sources, there is a core sound there as well. And you just know that anything they put out, you're going to enjoy it. And how many bands can we say that about? So I really find hardly anything to criticize about this band. They just seem to give me what I want every time. And yeah, this actually sounds even better now on its own as an isolated video single. When I reviewed the album at track 7, we did it on here, and we came to, I remember saying, oh, it's a bit like Metallica in the Load era, but with chunkier guitars. And now I'm going to have to go back on that. It doesn't sound like it at all. It is Chimera, Pantera, with a clear thrash metal element to it. So great choice of video single. And I echo the words of Andy. They've got to come over to England. We'll be all over this, won't we?
Yeah.
Definitely works as a standalone track, seeing it like that, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah.
You want to go back and listen to it again and see how it fits in with the sort of flow of the album. But yeah, as a sort of one-off song or maybe an introduction to the band, it's a great example.
So I'm going to disagree with you on this one. Haven't listened to this. Sorry.
He doesn't like the preponderance of chug riffs.
No, see, well, I'm listening to this. So I like the video. I actually like the fact that they've done it. They've kept it in a black room. To be honest, it's a 1 minute 57-second song. You're not going to have enough time to build a story up. So yeah, it makes complete sense to do the video. So I like the video. I think it's Marcus who's vocalist. Great vocalist. Take Marcus out of this track, you've got a boring chug riff track. It's fine, but are we, in the back of my head, I'm like, are we being too generous because we like this band? Is there a bit of like rose tinted glasses going on here in my head?
No, simple doesn't mean boring, Dave. I mean, you saw the chord shapes they were doing. I don't think the hands were barely moving throughout the whole song, but that doesn't make it.
But that's what also most of Osmium was like. When you went through the album, so if you remember going back through the album, there was a lot of downward picking on E. Pretty much most of the album. And I'm like, this makes you go, well, the band becomes one-dimensional at this point. I enjoyed it. It reminded me of like Far Beyond Driven era Pantera. That's what I'm getting. And some of the breakdowns. But then Pantera, I was like, where's the Dimebag solo going to kick in on this? But Pantera wouldn't do this for a whole album. They would do it for one song. But in the back of my head, because I know about the rest of the album, and we were surprised that Tomahawk wasn't on the album. And Tomahawk was our favourite track, if I remember back to there. So my opinion on Caregah is I think this would be a fantastic song live because it just kind of gets your head banging. But it makes me a little bit nervous for what a next album would sound like because you've got to do more than downpicked on fucking E.
Yeah, but this is a lot faster than the other song, so that's why
it's still downpicking on fucking E. You got to do more.
You want them to be doing that.
I want more variation in there. I enjoyed Osmium. I did enjoy the album, and I enjoyed this song. I'm just a little bit like, we sit there and we rip bands apart for having simplistic riffs. Oh, there's not a lot there. It's just a chord change. And then we sit there and get a band that plays everything on E. And we're like, fucking amazing. Well, I mean, come on, God, we've got to be a bit balanced here. we can't turn around to a band and say, oh, there's no real riffs there because they're just playing chords. And then turn around to one band that comes out and plays 2 chords and plays it in downward pick and go, it says it's amazing. We've got to be challenging in this.
Yeah,
and
I mean, you only criticise that when it's gent music and there's loads of weird time signatures because of the start.
You talked about the other week when we did a video the warning that you didn't think she was a very good guitar player, Danny, because she doesn't play any riffs and she was just playing chords. And now we've just gone to a guy that's playing chords. You said it's fucking brilliant.
That's a riff.
Say that. You've got to be balanced.
That warning song wasn't even a riff. That was just a sequence.
Well, that wasn't a fucking riff. This is just
yes, it was. You can't get more of a riff than a percussive downward palm mute, even if it's on an open string. That's a riff.
I'm gonna have to say. Hang on. Kirk, you're talking out your ass. Now shut the fuck up.
There is no hypocrisy in this. Warning, don't play. She doesn't play riff. She just plays chord progressions. See, basic sequence. At least that's a riff. There's syncopation there. I know it's easy to play.
Oh dear. Okay, we're going to disagree on this one. But anyway, I'm going to say, look, either way, I do enjoy this band and I do enjoy the song. I want to hear more from them. I want to hear more than the Safety Zone that we've heard on the album. The album was great, but it was all kind of very similar. So I'd like to hear something different on the next album. I'd like to see some more variation. I think Marcus is the thing that holds the band as far as his vocals. If you had someone with a weaker vocal style on it, I don't think we'd be giving it the praise that we do, personally. Anyway, there we go. Caregah and Into the Grave. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.